Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Kiara.
And I'm Chase. So glad you're here with us today.
Welcome to English Tea, where the conversations are always fun, the English is always fresh, and the tea always hot.
Okay, so today's topic, we're talking about banks. American banks specifically. And Kiara, I have to be honest, banks in America have always intimidated me. Like, I'd walk in, someone would start talking, and I'd just be nodding like I understood everything.
The polite nod, classic. Well, today we're fixing that. We're going through all the essential phrases you need for opening accounts, sending money, credit cards, ATMs, and even dealing with problems, all through real conversation. Let's get into it.
Okay, section 1, opening an account. So Kiara, day 1, someone walks into a bank in America. What do they even say?
Simple. You walk up to the teller and say, "I'd like to open a checking account." That's it. That one sentence gets the whole thing started.
And immediately I would have asked, okay, but what's the difference between checking and savings account? Because honestly, for a long time, I had no idea.
That is such a good question to ask, and you absolutely should ask it. Checking is your everyday account. You swipe your card, pay bills, all the day-to-day stuff. Savings is where you park money you're not touching every week. It can earn a little interest too.
Right, that makes sense. And once you've chosen, what else do you need to know before you sign up?
Two big ones. First, what's the minimum balance? Some accounts charge you if your balance drops below a certain amount. Second, are there any monthly fees? Always ask. Some accounts are free, some quietly charge you every single month.
I found out about a monthly fee the hard way. Money just disappeared one day and I was like, where did you go?
Happens to everyone. Okay, let's do a quick role play. I'm the bank teller. Walk in and open that account.
Okay, here we go. Hi, I'd like to open a checking account, please.
Of course, I'll just need to see your ID and proof of address to get started.
Sure, here's my ID and proof of address. I have my passport and a utility bill. Quick question though. What's the minimum balance on this account?
No minimum balance on this one, and no monthly fees as long as you make at least one transaction per month.
Perfect. I'd also like to make a deposit today, and I have a check someone wrote me. Can I deposit this check too?
Absolutely. The cash is available right away. The check may take one business day. And here's your account info. Your routing number is printed at the bottom of your checks once they arrive.
And scene. Okay, that felt way more natural than I expected.
Right? And notice, you asked about the minimum balance, monthly fees, confirmed your documents, made a deposit, asked about the check, and got your routing number, all in one visit. That's a complete first trip to the bank.
Also, is the money available right away? That one is so important. I didn't know checks could have holds on them.
Always ask. A hold just means the bank is verifying the check before releasing the funds. Totally normal. Okay, section 2, sending and transferring money. Chase, this is where I know you have a story.
Oh, I have a story. I once walked into a bank, said, I want to send money to my family abroad, and the teller just looked at me and said, what method? And I said, the money method?
The money method. I love it. Okay, so there are actually several options, and knowing them makes you sound so much more confident. If you're moving money between your own accounts, you'd say, I'd like to transfer money to another account. Easy.
But sending to another person inside the US?
That's where Zelle comes in. You'd ask, can I use Zelle? It's built into most US banking apps. It's instant and it's free. Super convenient for splitting bills or paying a friend back.
And internationally, like for my family,
That's a wire transfer. You'd say, how do I send a wire transfer? Or I'd like to send money to wherever, and they'll walk you through it. But always ask, what's the fee for an international wire? Because it can be anywhere from $15 to $40 depending on the bank.
And how long will the transfer take? Because I sent something once thinking it would arrive the same day, and it took 4 days.
Yes, international wires can take 1 to 5 business days. Also, before you send anything international, ask, what's the exchange rate today? Banks have their own rates, which may be a little less favorable than the market. Good to know up front.
I wish I'd known that. And what's a money order? I've heard that term, but I honestly still don't fully get it.
So a money order is like a prepaid check. It's guaranteed because the money is already paid for it. You'd ask, can I get a money order? It's useful when someone won't accept a personal check, like some landlords. You can get them at banks, post offices, even some grocery stores.
Oh, that's actually really useful. Okay, section 3. Credit cards, loans, fees. The one that I feel like requires a whole separate education.
It really does, and it matters so much in America because your credit history affects almost everything: apartments, car loans, sometimes even jobs.
Wait, jobs check your credit? That should be illegal.
Some do, certain fields, yeah. So building credit early is smart. You'd start by saying, I'd like to apply for a credit card. Then before you commit, ask 2 critical questions. What's the APR on this card? That's the interest rate if you carry a balance. And are there any annual fees?
What even is the APR exactly? Like, break it down.
Annual percentage rate. It's how much interest you get charged per year if you don't pay your full balance each month. A high APR means expensive debt. A low APR is better. And the annual fee is a flat charge just for having the card. Some cards charge 0. Premium ones can charge $500 a year.
$500 just to own a piece of plastic?
Those come with perks, travel rewards, airport lounges, all that. But start with no annual fee, and always know your limit. What's my credit limit? Meaning the max you can charge. And once you've built some history, you can ask, can I increase my credit limit? Which is actually a smart move for your credit score.
Why does increasing the limit help your score?
Because it lowers your utilization, the percentage of your limit you're using. Spend the same amount but have a higher limit, and your ratio goes down, which improves your score. Don't spend more, though.
That's sneaky clever. Okay, what about when something goes wrong on your bill, like a weird charge?
You call the bank and say, I want to dispute a charge. Or if you're confused about something on your statement, why was I charged this fee, is completely acceptable to ask. And if you accidentally overdrafted and got hit with a fee, ask, can you waive the overdraft fee? Especially on a first offense, they often will.
Wait, you can just ask them to waive it and they might say yes? Why didn't anyone tell me this sooner?
The worst they can say is no. And one more, if you ever need a larger sum of money, you can say, I'd like to know about a personal loan. They'll explain the terms, the interest rate, repayment period, monthly payment. Always understand everything before you sign.
Good advice. Okay, section 4. The everyday stuff. ATMs, online banking, your balance. This is the one that I feel like people deal with literally every single week.
Daily, honestly, and weird things happen. Like, Chase, has your card ever gotten stuck?
My card got stuck in the ATM once, at night, by myself. I just stood there staring at the machine like, okay, what do I do now? I literally did not know what to do.
That is so stressful. So what you do is call your bank's customer service number immediately and say exactly that. My card got stuck in the ATM. They can remotely lock it so nobody else can use it, and they'll send you a new one.
I also forgot my PIN once standing at the ATM. People behind me, full panic mode.
You just call the bank and say, I forgot my PIN. They can't tell you the old one for security reasons, but they can reset it so you can make a new one. Easy fix.
And online banking. How does someone get set up with that if they're new?
Just ask at the branch, how do I sign up for online banking? They'll set you up, and once you're in, you can check your current balance anytime, download or request statements. Just say, I need to print a statement if you need a physical copy. And you can also say, can you help me set up direct deposit, which means your paycheck goes straight into your account electronically. So convenient.
And what if you lose your card? Like if it falls out of your pocket somewhere?
Call immediately and say, I lost my debit card. They deactivate it right away and mail you a replacement. Takes a few business days. And if you still need paper checks, some landlords require them, you'd say, I need to order new checks. Small fee, they mail you a checkbook.
Okay, all of that is so practical. All right, section 5, problems. And this one I feel like matters the most because when something goes wrong with your money, the stress is real.
The stakes are high and you need the right words. The most common issue is seeing a charge you didn't make. The calm, professional opener is, I think there's a mistake on my statement. That's not accusatory, it just flags the problem.
And if it's definitely not you, like someone used your card without your knowledge,
You escalate. You say, I never made this charge, and someone may have used my card. That signals fraud, and the bank takes it seriously. Then you say, I want to file a dispute, which starts the formal investigation process. Let's role play it. I'm the bank rep, you're calling in.
Okay, going in. Hi, I'm calling because I think there's a mistake on my statement. There's a charge for $89 at a store I've never been to, and I never made this charge.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let me pull up your account. Can you confirm your name and the last 4 digits of your card?
Sure, Chase Miller, last 4 digits are 7732. I'm also worried that someone may have used my card without my knowledge. Can I file a dispute on this charge?
Absolutely. I'm going to flag this as potential fraud and open a dispute right now. We'll also cancel your current card and issue you a new one. Is that okay?
Yes, please do that. And if the investigation confirms it wasn't me, will the charge be refunded?
Yes, if the charge is confirmed as unauthorized, the full amount will be credited back to your account. I'll email you a confirmation. Is there anything else today?
Actually, one more thing. If I ever needed to close this account completely, how would that work?
You'd come into a branch in person and say, I need to close this account. We'd have you sign a couple of forms. Just a matter of where do you sign and you're done.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your help.
And scene. Okay, did you notice how calm and controlled that was? You weren't panicking. You used the right phrases, asked the right follow-up questions, and ended it politely. Thank you so much for your help. Never skip that. It matters.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing I'm taking away from today is that you don't have to know everything. You just need to know enough phrases to keep the conversation going. Ask questions, be polite, use the words we practiced, and you'll be fine.
Exactly. That is the whole point. Practice these phrases out loud, on your commute, in the mirror, wherever. The more natural they feel to say, the more confident you'll be when it's real. Okay, we've got to wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed your tea today. Please like and subscribe. We love you, and we'll be back soon with another episode. Till then, keep sippin'.
What's the most confusing banking term in English for you? Tell us below. We read every single one.